Hi, my name's Malcolm. Welcome to Chop and Hap Golf. I was practicing on the range the other day, went to pick up my balls and I noticed a coloured ball on the range. Nothing unusual about that, except the finish on the ball was a little bit unusual. Rather than being a glossy sort of finish, it was a dull sort of finish. Thought, that's a little bit unusual, so I went over and I picked it up. I thought, this is a bit unusual as well, because it felt different. It didn't feel hard and smooth like you expect a golf ball to feel. It felt a little bit soft and a little bit grippy. I thought I'll give this ball a bit of a try. So after hitting it a few times on the range, seemed to go quite a long way with the driver and the irons. I thought must be a new distance ball. Then I took it down around the chipping green, had a few chips with it, and it seemed to grip and hold just as well as the Pro V1s and the TPs did. Thought, no, this isn't a distance ball. So I had a wee look on the internet and found out that it is, in fact, the new 4-piece ball from Volvik, the Volvik Vivid XT. Had a look around on YouTube, couldn't see any reviews done about it, so I thought I'd jump on there and get the first review. Seeing as how I've only got one of these, I'd do an on-course review, just hit 2 balls around the front 9 at Manawatu golf course and just see how I got on comparing the two. I'm going to try and hit all the clubs in my bag. So I'll start off with a 3 hybrid and just lay one up down the middle and just see how I get on. Well, my first shots didn't tell me too much. I hit one good one, which was down the middle, and the other one I hit straight into the rough. They went about the same distance. We'll see how we get on with the second shot. I hit a 4-iron into the green. See if I can hit the green at least once. Well, that was 2 good shots on my 4-iron. They felt like I hit them around about the same. They're both near the green, but my Titleist practice ball is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 paces behind my Volvik. 1-0 to the Volvik. Okay, once again I was way out off the tee with one and striped the other one down the middle, so they're a bit too hard to compare. I'm about 125 yards away from the flag, so I'll go in with a 9-iron and we'll see what happens with the next 2 shots. Right, down at the green again. I'd say I probably hit the Titleist better than what I hit the Volvik. But one's on the green, one's off the back. Titleist is off the green, and the Volvik is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 paces further on. So So in terms of distance, Volvik is winning. 2-zip at the moment. I guess if you're playing this ball, you might need to adjust your yardage a wee bit. With the driver again, let's see if I can hit 2 fairways. Right, I'm standing in the middle of the fairway, and just behind me there is the Volvik, and then just behind me there is my Titleist. So drives went roughly the same, which is incredible really, because I only just hit the club face with the Volvik and the Titleist came right out of the middle. So even though the balls went the same distance, I'd say I'd have to give that one to the Volvik as well. Right, my next shot, roughly 100 yards to the flag, so I'll hit my 54 wedge. Down at the green, 2 fairly average strikes. I'll give that one to the Titleist just because it landed a bit further on and I got it to spin back off the green a wee bit. We'll have a wee bit of a chip off and see how these balls behave when you're just doing little chips. Right, short par 3, I'll hit an 8-iron in. Not sure what happened with the Volvik that time. Felt a bit funny and the flight was bizarre. Down at the green, there's the Titleist, which has made the green. And Volvik is up there somewhere. Surprised it went that far because it felt really funny off the club face. Anyway, the Volvik is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 paces further on, despite it having a really strange, weak fade sort of flight to it, and the Titleist having quite a nice draw shape to it. Right, this will make testing on the next 2 holes interesting. We'll see what happens. I'll just try and stay away from the birds. Finally, got 2 approximately equal drives away. We'll wander down the fairway and see what the difference between them is. Right, I've managed to reach my drives. Volvik is over there. Titleist is down there. So this time the Titleist is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 paces down. So good win for the Titleist there. Well, down at the green, there's one, the Titleist in the close bunker. And there's a Volvik over there, just beyond the other bunker. Once again, the Volvik's a good 10-12 further paces on. Right, down here at my drive, one has just sneaked into the rough. Volvik is sitting over there in the middle of the fairway, and too hard to split, so I'd have to say they went almost exactly the same distance. I've actually had them too far on this because I want to hit my 2 hybrid, so I'll pick them up, go back up the fairway a wee bit, and then have a hit with that. Down here at the green, 1 miles right, that's the Volvik. And then just pan around, 1 miles left. That's the Titleist, but once again, the Volvik's a bit further down. Bit hard to judge with the balls being too far apart, but I'd say at least 10 paces further down. Down here at my balls once again, Titleist is in the rough, but only just. Volvik's over there in the fairway, but once again, off the drive, Volvik has been done by the Titleist by probably about 10 paces. That 7-iron with the Volvik there was horrible and fat and hit the Titleist very nicely. So the Titleist by all means should be a good 10 paces further down. Right, here are my 2 layup 7-irons, and to my surprise, they're not that far in terms of difference. Titleist has only probably gone 1, maybe 2 paces further on. Right, down by the green, there's my Titleist, and a further 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 paces further down is the Volvik. That was a good shot. I'll be doing well to hit further than that one. Two good 5-irons in terms of distance, and I was right. I would have done really well to get further down with the Volvik. So Titleist in the bunker, Volvik just short, and I think that's the first time I've hit further with a Titleist with an iron than I have with a Volvik. Nearly through my bags. I've put these balls to about a full sandwich, 60-degree sandwich distance. This one's more about stopping power than it is distance. See how close to the flag I can get. There's the pitch mark for my Titleist. There it is down by the flag, and it has taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paces to stop. There's the pitch mark for my Volvik, pretty much next to the hole, and it has taken 1, 2, 3, 4 and a bit paces to stop. So even though the Titleist ended up close to the hole, stopping power you'd have to get to the Volvik on. Ninth hole, final hole of this review. Only clubs I haven't hit so far, my 3-wood and my pitching wedge. I guess you could count my putter too, but I don't. So you'll never guess which clubs I'm hitting down here. 3-wood first. Right, found my Volvik, well left in the rough, well short of the Titleist because it's such a bad strike. Anyway, we'll see how far behind the Titleist it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So we'll give the win to the Titleist for that one. But I'll put an asterisk next to it because the difference between the two strikes was huge. Right, last shots for the day. Gonna hit in with a pitching wedge. I did some putting earlier and the balls feel about the same when you're putting, and I'm also going to be late to work. Right, down at the green. Here's the Titleist, nice and close to the flag. There's the Volvik up past the flag. Can't compare in terms of distance because, as you may have noticed, I don't hit the same distance with the Volvik and the Titleist. Titleist stopped quicker but it landed on a slope. Volvik took a bit longer but it landed on the flat. Let's see how much difference there is between them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 steps further on for the Volvik. I would do a bit of a summary now, but like I said, I'm running late to work. So I'll head off to work, put this clip together, and then talk about the results at the end of it. Right, back home again. Made it to work on time, nearly. So what do I think of the Volvik Vivid XT golf ball that I was trialling? In terms of feel, I think it's pretty good. Felt nice and soft off the club face, no clickiness about it at all. Distance was pretty good as well. With my driver, it was at least keeping up with the Titleist. Never really made it past, but with the hybrids it was a little bit longer, so maybe if I was a bit more consistent in the way that I was swinging, it would have come about even driver and woods and hybrids. Irons just seemed a lot longer. It was longer with the 4, the 6, the 7, the 8, the 9 and the pitching wedge. What about wedges? Full swing of the wedges is at least keeping up, sometimes a little bit longer. It seemed to stop a little bit quicker as well. I didn't really do any of the intermediate sort of distances with the wedges, so it's hard to say about the stopping power and with those. With the wedges around the green, just the little bump and run sort of shots, the Titleist just seemed to have a little bit more grab than the Volvik. Summing up though, the Volvik would definitely be a golf ball that I'd be willing to try a little bit more and see if it stays in the bag. I think it's worth you giving it a try as well.